Hello, everybody. We have got a good bunch of people over here. A very good morning. Hi, Dipti. Hi, Aanchal. Hello, Suranchika, Rashmi, Dharmishka, Shraddha. We have got Shifali, Neelam, Kanika, Sukhaja. We have got Swati. My God, such beautiful faces. Other people who are off the camera, y'all are missing out the opportunity on the compliments. Please come on the screen for some time. Uh, Aanchal, hi, very warm welcome. Hello, Dipti. So, all right, so it's about
Hi,
time.
Amrit. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Awesome, awesome. Really great looking at all of your faces, this morning on this weekend. Thank you for joining us. I'm really expecting some more people, but since time is of essence and we are known to stick to the schedules, uh, it's a great pleasure to have Aanchal with us today for this session. An added, delight is that Dipti is joining us today for co-convening today's session with me and Suranjika. So welcome Dipti and thank you for joining us for co-convening this session. So, let me allow you to speak and Aanchal to take over this session.
Sure.
Uh,
Can I
before
start?
before you start, let me just tell everyone that Dipti is based out of Delhi and she is the founder of Diza. Diza is a brand that is into handcrafted vegan.
इससे मैनिफेस्ट शेयर कर दो साइन किया हुआ है ना
So, really looking forward to knowing more about it from Dipti and also about the session today about the decluttering session that Anshul is going to take today. Really excited. Over to you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Suranjika and Amrit, for giving me this co-hosting opportunity. So I'll start with TSD. Like, for example, this is a masterclass being hosted by and curated by TSD. And TSD is a pan-India community for entrepreneurs across different stages, the problems which we face as an entrepreneur. So this community help us in hand-holding, networking, and instant support, and also like knowledge sharing a session like this. Uh, this session is about how decluttering can boost your productivity. As an entrepreneur, we know our plates are full, our tables are full, our workspaces are full. Basically, our life is full of tasks. We have planners and to-do list, which we try to complete, but it's always kind of incomplete. So this masterclass is important because it helps you to understand how clutter hampers your efficiency and productivity, and how staying organized can help you, like for your mood, also for taking your charge of the day, why routines and schedules are really important, and simple daily small habits that can help your making your life easier. So with this, we have in collaboration Aanchal Kejriwal. She's founder of Arrange It All. And talking a little bit about Aanchal, she's professional organizer and decluttering consultant. Like, she took a break from her career to focus on her family, and then she realized that it's not only important that you have decluttered workspace, but also decluttered life, because it's not only helpful to stay organized, but it boosts your mood, it improves your, I would say, happiness, and basically contribute to your life. So to create this awareness, she started Arrange It All, and Arrange It All has this beautiful mission to create clutter-free functional spaces for people to basically to suit their lifestyle. And additionally, they also help in relocation projects to set up wardrobes, kitchens, offices, and kids' rooms, to making moving easier. I think that's it. I'll give mic to Aanchal now. You can start.
Thank you so much, Amrit and Dipti, for that amazing introduction. I'm so happy to be here to share, my own experiences and what I have learned in these 2 years of my entrepreneurship. And before that, as a homemaker, as a person who has been like following this decluttering and organizing all my life, almost having moved locations so many times, I can understand this importance of space, routines, rhythms, and how disruptive it can get when, things change in life, right? It's not constant, it keeps changing. So having experienced all of those, being a mother of two, I can completely understand, like, each one of us are at different points of, stages in life, and we go through so much. So happy to start the class. So I have a small presentation. It's going to be an interactive session, guys. I'm not going to be a speaker. So please unmute yourselves and, contribute to the session as well. Amrit, I'll be able to share screen, right?
Yes, you will be able to share the screen.
Okay, so I'm not going to take time introducing myself again, because Dipti has already covered most of the points about me. I am a certified professional organizer and a decluttering consultant. I also consult on spaces when people are getting their interiors done, or, moving into new houses or something like that. So just to start with, okay, when you see this wardrobe, who does it remind you of? There's a very famous personality associated with this particular wardrobe.
Steve Jobs.
Yes, Dipti. So why could we recognize it instantaneously? So why is he always, like, what is the reason why we see him almost wearing the same shirt, the same jeans, the same kind of sneakers? Why? What is the reason? Anyone?
I
To
think he
keep life
wanted
simple.
to. Sorry, yeah.
To keep life simple and give
Yes.
your energy to better things.
Yes. He has such a big organization to run, right? Such a big company to run. So he realized maybe if he could just make one less decision, it would make his life simpler. Every day, opening our wardrobes and thinking about what to wear that day, if he could just automate that process, it would make him, set the tone of the day, make his life simpler, right? So it's not about I'm saying that you guys should stick to one wardrobe or one outfit. I'm just saying that you can find that rhythm in your life also, of one particular, two particular things that you can automate. Why? The reason being, we all on a daily basis face this issue. How many of us face a decision making fatigue? Right from the start of the day, the end of the day, we are constantly making decisions in our personal lives, in our professional lives, right from, what to wear, what should be cooked in home, what tasks to be delegated, what, should our planner look like for the day, for the week. And in between that, so many things keeps happening, right? The day does not go as we plan. The 5 things that we have put in our to-do list, it is not always that we are attending to only those 5 things. We are, constantly juggling between too many things. If you start calculating just one day the amount of decision, be it a simple yes or no you are making, you'll realize that you make so many of them. And the end of the day, the thing that we call burnout is the decision making fatigue, because you feel like, okay, don't ask me anything. Has it happened to all of you? Like, end of the day, you feel like, please do it, don't ask me. Right? Being an entrepreneurs, being parents, being family, we are trying to maintain that. Like, one of the question I read was work life balance, right? So we are trying to be on handle different frontiers in life, right? So decision making fatigue is very, very common. So I did not know this term, frankly. Okay, and I was feeling it, like, at the end of the day or between the day, if someone used to come and ask me and I was constantly doing something, I was like, don't ask me, cook whatever you want, do whatever you want, right? So I realized, what is it, like, why do I not want to answer? And then I started Googling that term and I realized it's a actual term. Decision making fatigue is an actual term that we all face on a day-to-day basis. Okay, what do you think when you see of these images? What is the first word? You can put it in chat. You can unmute yourself and tell me what is the thought that come to your mind when you say this? Looks as messy as my own wardrobe.
Cluttered
Congested.
wardrobe and cluttered workspace.
Organized, my closet or desk, cluttered, messy, confused, too much stuff. I feel dizzy looking at this, unplanned. I wouldn't open it. Okay, so most of the thoughts that is being this pic is emoting to us is negative thoughts, right? Now, wardrobe is something, or your work desk is something that you are using on a constant daily basis. You know, maybe, to get ready, to do, start your work day. These are the first kind of spaces that you venture into, maybe your kitchen also. Now, imagine starting your day with that negative, not a pleasant start to the day, right? We all want to feel happy when we start our day. The moment you want that perfect cup of coffee and you're not able to find your favorite coffee mug, or the coffee beans or something, or even the counter is messy and you just don't feel like stepping into the kitchen. You're starting your work day, but there are 2000 of things there, right? And you don't feel like working because you don't know from where to start. Similarly, you don't know what you want to wear that day because you're not able to find something that you want to wear. Not a very good start to the day. That is what brings us to the next question. What is decluttering and organizing? Can someone tell me what is decluttering according to them? Anyone? What is decluttering and organizing? Are they same? No, they are not same. Getting rid of unwanted things, removing clutter, structuring. Okay. So decluttering and organizing are two independent terms, but they are very much related. You cannot declutter if you're not organized, and you cannot organize if you don't do declutter, right? What is decluttering? Decluttering means getting rid of things that you don't need, that don't serve a purpose in your life, or you don't love. Look around you right now, wherever you are sitting. Can you point one thing that is not serving a purpose and that is not bringing a smile to your face when you look at it? Is there anything? Put it in chat, guys. Just now, just give a quick look around you. Is there anything that you can find is not serving a purpose? Too much sticky notes. Yes, boxes, basket, my coffee mug. So Rashmi, you're not liking your coffee mug, right? That's what I take it from here. You don't love your coffee mug. So what's the point of enjoying coffee in it? Lot of many plastic in kitchen, not right now, it's empty. But you are using it on a daily basis, right? So decluttering means letting go of those things. Just do a small exercise. Tomorrow is a Sunday. Pick up a packet and go around your house, your work desk, your office, and start filling it with things without thinking, without giving it a thought, without, convincing yourself of, the reasons to keep them. Don't convince yourself. Like, I might need it someday. I have spent a lot of money on this. Just don't give yourself those excuses. Just fill in that packet with 5 things that you feel like They are not serving a purpose in your life. They are just there. Can you tell, can someone tell me the reasons why we are so hesitant to declutter? Why? I'm in the car, the broken sunshades. Right? We have broken items, right? But we have not gotten rid of them. We worry we will regret later. Attachment. Thinking about the future use, attachments. Okay, sentimental value is something that I come across on a daily basis in my interactions with the client. You know, they are not able to get rid of something because they are attached to it. Now you have lived that moment, right? You have enjoyed that moment. If that thing is not bringing you joy, I'm not saying get rid of everything, but I'm saying assign a place. That is what organizing means. You know, everything having a place of itself, assigning a home to everything in your home. What is the first place that you would look for if you lose an item? If you lose your car keys, what is the place that you're going to look for them in your house? Purse, key holder, where we keep all the keys, drawer. Has it dining table? So is dining table the right place to put your keys? The day I discard, next day, study desk under the dining table. Bags. Right. So, there are so many places that you keep on dumping things, right? You forget it in your bags, you forget it under the dining table, over the dining table. Dining table here, I have realized in Indian home serves a lot more purposes than eating, right? The dining place is a surface where we put everything. Now, I can go on and on about it, but let's stick to the conversation right now. So assign a place to your car keys, assign a place to your safety pins also, assign a place to tools in the house, to everything, so that, they also have a home. And that by doing that, you will not have to look for them, right? So the reason I asked what is the first place you're gonna look for is that is how our mind functions in our house. Maybe, that is the space that you should assign for that. I'm not saying the dining table, but key holder or a box or a basket, something like that, right? You should assign a place to everything. Even in your wardrobes, you should categorize everything into, t-shirts, pajamas, work clothes, undergarments, socks, ties, hair clips, hats, sunglasses, everything, jewelry, watches, everything should have an assigned place. A wardrobe is not a place there, you open and dump, right? That means you'll never be able to find things on the right time. Now, how do you organize your wardrobe is in itself a complete topic, but I'll try to cover certain things. As I said, categorize everything. Take a sheet of paper, open your wardrobe, and write everything down that you have. Now start assigning places to them in your wardrobe. We might have a big walk-in closet, or we might have a two-door wardrobe, right? For each one, it differs. It does not matter. Just start writing all the categories and start assigning spaces. Now start containing them, right? Once you have assigned a place, use a basket, use a normal, any organizer, or a, for that matter, any box, and assign that to that particular category. Now, when it starts overflowing, you know that space is not enough for that particular category. It's time to declutter. Am I making sense? Give me a thumbs up if I'm making sense. I have a chair that holds a pile of clothes, is a base for washed clothes to arrive from laundry. Amrit, we all have that famous chair in the house. We all have that famous chair in the house or the sofa. So when you want to use that chair, the things get dumped on the bed. When you want to use the bed, the things get moved to the chair. That's what I will be addressing when I come to routines and habits. And that chair cries a lot. So why should we declutter and organize? That's what the entire session is about, right? It increases productivity to be able to find the right thing at the right time. It sounds so amazing, right? That in itself increases your productivity. I have realized once you set spaces, your brain automatically starts functioning in that way. Like if I am working on my desk, if I open the drawer, I don't have to look inside the drawer to pull out a pen or a sticky note or anything for that matter, because that thing has been lying there always. The place has been assigned. So my motor functions, hands will just immediately go there and pick it up. So I am not getting diverted from the task at hand. You will realize that once you start doing this for small spaces, start doing it and you'll realize the benefits of it. It does increase your productivity because you don't have to search for it, right? Pens, stationaries, files, papers, I don't know. So many things on our work desk needs, we need them, right? While working. So if you assign a particular place, that surely is going to increase your productivity and efficiency. How many of us doesn't like to lose control? We don't like to lose control, right? Especially as entrepreneurs. And a lot of mothers would also, resonate with. We don't want to lose control. So why lose control over our space? Right? When we start losing control, that is when we start feeling overwhelmed. That is when stress starts creeping in. That's when we start feeling anxious. If we are feeling in control, I think that's an emotion we as human beings want to feel all the time, that this is within our control, I can do it. So being organized makes you feel in control of your space, of your life. Reduces stress and anxiety, obviously, yes. Increases focus. It also relates to, the same thing. You don't have to keep diverting when you have categorized things. Now I'm talking this only in terms of things right now. I know it applies to much more when we are going through our emails also. A phone call comes, right? We are talking over the phone, a phone call comes and we are diverted on that phone call. Now we have lost track of those emails, right? Our focus has shifted. Now it takes time to get back to finish that phone call and get back to it. Lot of us, how many of us understand the difference between urgent and important? There are too many terms I'm throwing, right? Please don't get overwhelmed by that. What is the difference between urgent and important? Yes, easily one gets mixed between the two. We all feel everything is urgent, right? We want it now. Everyone wants the things to be done now. I don't know if you guys have seen those series, I think it was called 24, when Jack Bauer used to say, I want it and I want it now. Everything has become urgent. Urgent is more important than important. That's exactly what happens, right? Because we don't assign importance to actually important things. We feel urgent is important. That's how our focus starts shifting. But if we block times in our daily schedule to tend to things which are actually important, I think we'll be able to make a headway. Important things impact us in a bigger scheme of life, bigger scheme of things, right? To make a, maybe it's can be as simple as, learning something which can help you improve, right? So that is something, maybe attending session which can help you improve, but something urgent comes up and we, start sidelining the important things. That's what happens. I think time blocking is something that has helped me a lot. How many of us do time blocks when we are working? Yes. So assigning a particular time during the day to, you know, put attention to important things is also very, very important to increase our focus. At that point of time, I feel we should put our phone on mute, disable WhatsApp from our laptop screens, and just focus on that task. Saves time, obviously, yes. Creates a space that sparks joy for you. As I said, when you look around a place that is messy, not organized, I think lot of it is negative emotion, right? We feel out of control, we feel messy, we feel unorganized. Those are all negative emotions that keep on coming. Procrastination. Now, before jumping into procrastination, I would like to tell you, in my experience, the only reason we don't put so much of stress on and we don't get things done, the biggest reason is procrastination. How many of you resonate with the same thing? I don't feel like doing it, so I'm not doing it. Right? It's a lot of effort, right? Oh, wow, Neha. So what are the reasons we procrastinate? Why do we? Guys, you can unmute yourself and answer. We do not like doing certain tasks, right? Sometimes I feel if there was an award for being lazy, I would send someone to get that award. When the task is very hard, I feel procrastinating so much, I would have been a unicorn by now. Okay, got that. So we keep on procrastinating because we don't like doing it. I don't like making my bed. So my bed is like that. क्या करना है? सुबह उठ के जाना है, रात को आके सोना है, वापस बेड बनाओ, वापस रखो, वापस खराब होगा. Right? We keep on doing that. Why do we want to pick up things and keep it in its place? वापस कल वहीं से शुरू करना है. Right? We all keep on thinking of all the reasons why we don't want to do it. Can we convince ourselves just for that moment and find one reason why do we want to do it? What is the, as Simon Sinek says, our bigger why? We want to tend to something because obviously that task is important and, that is creating a problem in our lives. That is disturbing us. That is not letting us functioning at 100%, right? And if procrastinating it is not helping us, then why do it? So how do we deal with procrastination? This is something that, when I am doing my projects with the clients, we keep on coming back and forth. How do we make those routines? How do we convince ourselves to do it? You have organized the space so well, but how do we maintain it now, right? The first step is do not procrastinate. And how? Discipline. We have seen so many, I think, successful people. They have been successful only because they practice discipline, right? How many of us schedule our deep hour work here? Do we schedule deep hour works? I for surely do. Every day an hour is a deep hour work for me, which I schedule to tend to only my important tasks, where no meetings are scheduled, no phone calls are taken. You will realize when you are doing the deep hour work, you get done so much more than you had actually planned. Routines and habits. Set those routines and habits for you. I know it is monotonous, but at least 5 days of the work week is something that you can set for yourself, right? Like you wake up at this time every day, you reach office at this time every day, you get this task done at this time, right? So routines and habits works a lot. Setting deadlines. So it's a very interesting thing. Recently, I'll give you an example. I did a project with a client She has a lot of hobbies: stitching, knitting, jewelry making. Now she kept piling everything. She was not able to finish a single project, right? The reason being she did not put deadlines to it, and everything got so mixed up that she was not able to find things when she wanted to do. So we categorized, we put them in respective boxes, the different hobbies, and we put dates to it. We put deadlines to it. Like, I'll get this finished by this date. By this date also, if I am not able to finish it, that means I have no longer interest in that. I need to let it go. I need to declutter it from my life so that it is not sitting there making me feel guilty of not doing it. Right? So set deadlines for your tasks. See, sweep, as the slide also says, ask yourself, is sweeping it under the carpet the solution? It is not, right? If you procrastinate a work, that means you're making it more hard. That work ultimately needs to get done, right? If it is in your professional life, that task needs to get done at some point, whether you like it or not. Why, keep it, building it up and stressing you out to a point where you feel irritated at doing it? Why not take action? Accountability partner. Now I can vouch for this. Find yourself an accountability partner, guys. It works magic. It works magic. I think we do a deeper work, 3 or 4 of us, and we are accountable to each other at least twice a week. We set whatever work we want to do. We sit down on a Zoom meeting, switch off our video, switch off our phones, and just tend to that task. And at the end of an hour, we are accountable to each other. What did we accomplish in that 1 hour? It is an amazing practice. It takes a little bit of time, but it works wonders. And I'm saying this from my personal experience. I have been doing that for almost a year now. The things that I keep on, delaying, procrastinating, I'll set a date and I'll call my accountability partners. I need to get it done. And I'll schedule the deeper work. Just trust me, try it out. We are so many of us, we can push each other to get those things done. Routines and habits. So I have realized that, simple routines and habits go a long way. मिशन अकम्प्लिश्ड वाली जो फीलिंग आती है ना सुबह उठ के अपना बेड बनाने में, आई थिंक आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू गाइज रेजोनेट विथ मी, बट मुझे आती है. One task is done when I've made my bed looks clean, and I'm ready to take charge of other things in life. At least one task I have taken care of, right? So you have to find your rhythm. Same timings might not be applicable for everyone. I like to exercise in the morning, but Rashmi might like to do it like, late evening, maybe at 9 o'clock, maybe at 10 o'clock. I like to do my deep hour work at 9 o'clock in the morning when I'm not getting disturbed. But someone might like to do it at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the night. So find your rhythm. Find the time when you are most productive. Another very good habit to inculcate is please wrap up your desk before you finish your workday. Switch off your laptop, put your pen inside, close your planner, get everything clear off your desk. Imagine the feeling when you are going and starting. Okay, you are going to start work the next day. A clear desk leads to clear set of thoughts, right? A messy desk will obviously make you cluttered in your thoughts also. So set those rhythm. It takes hardly 5 minutes. Switch off your laptop, put the charger aside, and shut down for your professional day and start spending time with your family. Don't start thinking about, कि कौन सा mail आया, नहीं आया, क्या खत्म हुआ, नहीं हुआ. That needs to be tackled at the same time that day and get it done. Just close your work day so that you don't keep on seeing your laptop opening and searching for the mails while, you want to spend that quality time and you're not getting distracted. To-do list. I think I'm sure every one of us makes to-do list. But how many of us stick to it? Do we make to-do list every day? Okay, yes, try to stick. Move to weekly list from daily now. So we can all make, broad weekly list, like, these things needs to be done in the week. But everyday planning is also important. And I am not talking this only in terms of your professional life. You don't need to make, like, I even write down my phone calls. Like, I need to call Suranjika maybe today, right? Or maybe I need to call my mother. I actually forget to call my mother during my work day. I actually write it down so that I can put a tick mark at least, and it reminds me, okay, I need to pay attention to my family. I also write, like, order grocery today. So these are small, small, small things. When you take it out of your head, put it down on the paper, you don't have to think about it. You just have to do it without thinking. Just keep on doing it. Like, calling your mother, talking for 5 minutes, one task done. Imagine 10 tasks written and ticking it off at the end of the day, however small it is. Maybe putting a tick to 8 of them, it makes you feel that you have accomplished certain things in that day. My friends laugh when they see order grocery in my to-do list. I can understand, but you can tell your friend that please try it out. Put it in your to-do list also, right? So write every small thing that you have planned, because we forget to make that phone call, to collect that mail, to make that bill payments done on time, right? There has to be a checklist for yourself also, because we have to make so many decisions as we started with, that if you have put it down on a paper, then you don't have to worry about it anymore. The moment you see the paper, you know what other things needs to be done. And please don't beat yourself. You don't get 10 out of 10 that day. All the 10 things not done, it's completely okay. We are not human. We are humans, right? Not robots. Start your day plan the next day, maybe 15 minutes early, to tend to that one unfinished business, right? Or you can schedule that for another day for a particular time, right? So to-do list is very, very important. Now, people have different way of doing it, right? I like to do it every day in the morning. But there are certain people who feel more at peaceful when they know what they have to tackle the next day. So before sleeping, maybe you can do it. Before wrapping your work day, you can do it. Okay, these are the things that I have accomplished today. These are the things that are left, and I need to accomplish the next. Make sense? So to-do list is very important. So exercising, I've just put it as an example, and everything. It's just to understand that how you want to set your rhythm in a day. There are certain things that are important for us, and we want to, like, if you start tuning yourself at waking up 6 o'clock every day, follow it for a month. You yourself would not have to put alarm for 6 o'clock every day. How many of us experience that even if we want to sleep more, we are not able to sleep more? Because our body has gotten used to it. Yes. We want to stay in bed, we want to sleep more, but we are not able to, because we have to get up at 6 o'clock, because that's how our body has got attuned to. That is how routines and habits are built in the long term. You keep on doing without thinking, right? And it's not easy. I highly recommend a book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. I'm sure 90% of us would have read it. But if you have not, guys, please go and read it. It's all about creating those small, small habits and the long-term repercussions of it, effects of it on our daily lives. We don't give value to, small things as basic as picking up a thing and keeping it at its place. We came, opened our watch, it's on the dining table. The wallet is there, our bag is there. How much time is it gonna take to open our wardrobe, open the drawer, and put our watch there, right? In the morning when you are serving breakfast, you don't have to like do this on the dining table. Sab kuch hat jao, I can serve my breakfast now, right? So these are the small routines and habits, and do it because you will feel nice about it, right? The routines and habits will make you feel nice about how your day is progressing, how productive it has become, and it starts becoming a part of you, an automated process. Okay, that's all from me. Now I've continuously spoken. I am open to answer. There's a lot that I can go on and on about each and every slide that I have spoken about here. But I've tried to touch each and every topic. I hope it was useful. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Aanchal. I mean, that was a really brainstorming session, I think, for all of us. I have actually made notes. And
I'm sure you have, Dipti.
and I'm pretty sure I'll also make some, post out of it so that I remember. But thank you so much. There are many things which you told, like I try to implement, but I think the problem is, I think, which Reema also said, that discipline is something which we all kind of lack. But thank you so much for the session. I think now it's open for everyone. If anyone has question, then we can put. I'll see in chat if there are. One question which Suranjika asked was very valid question. Is there any place where you can recommend, where to get organizers from? I can't find that question right now, but yeah, that's what she asked.
Okay,
Yeah,
organizers.
how to get the organizers, as in what are organizers to get and where to get from. I think I have seen most of the organizers that you have published in your account are from Amazon, right?
I lost you. I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
I think most of the organizers that you have put on your social media page are from Amazon, I have seen. But if you can recommend some other sites also, like Amazon and some other sites, then that would be great.
See, I find it is very good to buy open-ended organizers. Okay, you don't need to buy small organizers for everything. Yes, but small containers, but these are open-ended things. Amazon, you can find them at local stores also. Right? So many local stores sell all the kinds of organizers. IKEA is very good, though it does not deliver all over India. But IKEA is amazing in terms of baskets and small boxes and stuff like that. And I think it's very easy to procure things from Amazon. That's what I do. Until and unless you want to procure something that goes with your theme, and you have like a color in your mind and a theme that you want to go with, and at the same time bring aesthetic appeal to it and use it as a decor too, that is when you need to start looking at like Nicobar, Elementary, Fleck India, Muji India. These are some of the sites also that I go to. Even at times Myntra also sells amazing stuffs.
I think Reema has a question.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a lovely session. This is something I've been looking for, who can help me fix my procrastination. And here was this session. So thanks to the organizers for this. My question was, are you all a team who help people work on decluttering their mind spaces and get more organized in life? And if
Yes,
yes,
we do.
okay. And so if you can just give clarity on how you all work with the team, I would be really happy to at least experiment the services.
Yeah, so one model is the kind of group sessions that we have. The another model that we do is I'll stop share the screen. In case anyone wants to get in touch with me, my email ID is there, and my social media handles are also there. Uh, we work is, we understand the needs of the clients, we assess the space with them, and we understand their lifestyle, their routines and everything, and how can we put in small systems and in the terms of organizing their space. And that's, we plan a date, we procure all the organizers for the clients, and we, myself or my team, goes to that particular space and we organize that space. Right, that is one model. The other model is we do it virtually, where we do not do the work, we provide the entire solution to you. We will give you what organizers to use, where to use, how to plan your space. We give you drawings about it and everything. We provide you with the entire solution. The execution is not done by us. That are the two models that we work on. Did I answer your question, Rima?
Yeah, partly yes. This is in context to the space, physical space.
Right.
What about, me organizing my schedules on daily basis, writing my to-do list, then having someone to help me follow up on it, putting it on calendar, then putting it in the reminder list, all of it. There are so many apps where we can make things more organize, and we can utilize our time better. So do you all work in that segment too?
So no, we don't work in that segment. So our speciality is space management,
Okay,
right?
okay, okay.
And the way we work is like, for me, I think a pen and paper works best, because I feel that I waste more time looking at apps and figuring out what to do in which one, frankly. For me,
Okay.
just having one planner which has daily routines for me and reminders on my phone. I putting alarms and reminders and putting on my phone calendar or writing it down on my diary. That's all that I personally use, and it has worked pretty well for me, frankly. So I get overwhelmed when too many things are around me to distract me, frankly. So
Okay,
I keep it
thank you.
very simple.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey Aanchal, how are you doing?
I'm good, Tarun. How are you?
Very well. Thank you so much for such a beautiful session early in the morning.
My pleasure.
Since you've been speaking about decluttering, right? And like you spoke about the desk a lot of times, like multiple times. So my desk has right now, I'll tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 to 16 things on my desk, right? From a pen stand to a charging cable to tripod to a frame of my friend and to like a plant and so many things. So do you suggest that we should have nothing on our desk, or what do you suggest? Like what should we do about it? Because some things are essential, some things are not over here, which are essential.
Okay, so first of all, Tarun, I don't know how your desk is, right? Does it
Acha.
have drawers, or it's
Have
just a...
drawers. No drawers.
Okay, so what I recommend is keep one thing that makes you happy. At least one thing, maybe a picture of your loved one or a plant or anything that makes your feel desk give those positive vibes,
Okay.
right? There doesn't need to be too many things, just one thing, right? That makes you feel good about, working there. Apart from that, I feel your laptop, maybe your laptop and your charger. I think that's all that should be on your desk. Maybe whenever you are working, your diary or your pen or something like that. The other things I think should not be there. As clear your desk is, I think it's easy to work around there. The
Okay.
rest of the things, if the space is manageable inside the drawer, it's good. See, visual clutter is something that overwhelms us. We should reduce the visual clutter to its minimum.
Got your point. Got your point. So first things first, I'll have to buy a drawer now. And like you said,
See,
I think I can actually
if
I
you don't
can
have a drawer, I'll give you a simple, very easy solution. Buy a basket for your desk. Put everything in that basket,
Okay.
right? And put
Okay.
that basket in your corner so that there are not 10 things that is demanding your attention. There's just one good looking basket there.
Wow, aesthetic and beautiful also. Well said. I agree with you. So
Yeah.
I think then my Chashmika case has to go away. Cards have to go away. Notepad notes have to go. Sticky notes have to go away for now. And the pen stand also, you said just keep one pen, right? Don't keep a pen stand.
So are all the pens working in that pen stand?
Yes, yes. I have always checked them. I remove the unused ones because
No,
I hate it if the pen is not working.
sorry for asking that question. It's force of habit.
No, because I'll tell you कि मतलब मैंने पहले ना एक दिन सिर्फ यही किया था, सारे पेन एक संडे को लिए, मैंने चेक किए जो चल रहा था वो था, बस एक पेन जो नहीं चल रहा है जिसमें मेरा नाम लिखा हुआ है पर्सनलाइज है तो फेंक नहीं पा रहा हूँ मैं उसको. But
वो आपके डेस्क पे रहना जरूरी नहीं है ना, तरुण?
हाँ, it can go in my drawer. Yes, you're right.
It
Yes.
can go in your drawer, number one, or it can, like, everyone should create a memory box, right? If it is that
Wow.
special for you, create a memory box and
Wow.
put things that you are attached to in that memory box. So कभी कभी ना उस memory box को once in a month निकाल के देखो, बहुत मजा आएगा.
I agree with you. Old photographs are the best things to look at. So I think this memory box idea is the most interesting idea for me. I'll do that for sure. And इस गिफ्ट से मुझे अटैचमेंट थोड़ा कम है, पता है क्यों? क्योंकि मुझे सेक्रेट सेंटर में मिला था और ये पेन तब से चलता ही नहीं है, शुरू शुरू दिन से नहीं चलता है ये पेन. बट ठीक है, अब क्या कर सकते हैं. So I'll tell you, Aanchal, what I do now in my sessions when I'm teaching people, I was giving them an example of how, customers are moving towards personalization. And if something is personalized, you'll never throw it. So I just show it to them in the example sometimes. That's why I keep it close to my desk. Also. Got it.
Yeah. So non-essential जो है आपके डे टू डे फंक्शन में, जो चीज आपके डेस्क पे होनी ही नहीं चाहिए, उसको डेस्क पे रखो ही क्यों? बास्केट में भी क्यों डालना है?
Agreed.
Right. Return it back to a place that is more suitable for it, right? As we were talking about the famous dining table also, वो dumping yard बन जाता है. At the end of the day, it's a dining table, right?
Right. Absolutely right. It's not a dumping ground.
Yes. That's what happens in most of the houses. See, I'll tell you another very great tip. Right? अगर आप अपनी स्पेस को थोड़ा सुंदर बना के रखोगे ना, आपको उसको मेसी करने में दुख होगा. Right? So add that value of something. And अगर हम on a day to day basis, जो हम habits and routines की बात कर रहे हैं, when we are doing that ना, अगर 5 मिनट लगा के हम अपना desk clean up करेंगे ना, every day that will become a part of your routine. It will not reach a situation where it becomes out of control and it starts irritating you.
Agreed.
ठीक है, so 5 मिनट दे दो अपने desk को.
I used to do that, before every night. When I'm going to sleep, I just take my laptop, put it in the bag, make the desk very clean and neat. आजकल मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ जो मुझे वापस करना चाहिए, because मुझे किसी ने बोला था recently कि wherever you work ना, your place has to, you have to treat it like your sacred place, right? आप उसको ऐसे messy नहीं छोड़ सकते हो, like.
Right.
So yeah, thank you for that.
Something to add over here. I think she's trying to speak.
Can I ask you one more thing?
Sure.
Sorry guys, I'm sorry, somebody was saying something, I don't know who.
Anyway, I'm saying Shweta was trying to say something.
Shweta, go ahead, please.
Hi, Shweta.
Shweta,
All right. Any more questions?
Yeah, hi Aanchal. I would like to
Hi,
ask
Neha.
something. Firstly, thank you for the session. And I myself am, a pretty organized person, but I, face issue with a situation which I think a lot of us would face in Indian household, is that our spaces are not built in an organized manner, or you can say our storage spaces, our wardrobes are not built in an organized manner with proper planning. So it's like either jaga chhod di and the contractor has built whatever way they wanted to build. Maybe the new apartments and flats that are coming up, or floors, they all are are much better in that manner. So the thing that I struggle with is that having your winter and summer stuff, then it has to be stacked up. So I have these plastic zip bags which are transparent, so I put in my winter wear very nicely, and I put them up. But then it becomes a task every time, whenever there's, because I stay in Delhi, so there is so much different weather. So it gets very difficult to organize your clothes as per the weather, and our closets are such that it becomes difficult. And secondly, our Indian wear, the party wear, it's not something that is light and simple. Some clothes, even if a person doesn't dress up very, is not a dresser, I would say, still the clothes are slightly, bigger than your normal ones, or heavy or flowy and things like that. So what suggestions do you have for that, where the space is not much, where you can't really modify anything, but how to tackle with that? Because this is a very common problem in Indian households.
Yeah, Neha. So that is something that we come across on a daily basis, that space is a problem. Space management is a problem on a daily basis. Now, to answer your first question about seasons. See, wardrobe जो हम create करते हैं, the 2-door wardrobe or a 4-door wardrobe, whatever we have, should be able to give us day-to-day comfort, whatever we are using. So if we don't have the space, right,
Yeah.
then the wardrobe will have to start changing according to the seasons. That
Right.
goes without saying, right? So I know it's a task, it's a one-day task where you have to bring down all the winter wear and everything. But if there is no space, right, think it of from a point of, a suitcase. When you're carrying, right, going to an airport, if you're carrying, there's only limited that you can carry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have only so much of space, there's only so much you can keep. Either you have to pay extra for that extra baggage, or you have to create extra storage.
I understand your point, and I have done, the share of decluttering and everything. But what happens is, with age, when you stop going to college and stuff, or gradually over the period when you're working, you work in such environment that your clothes don't wear and tear so easily, and not, and sometimes I have gone for no shopping and no buy for 2 to 3 years. But after a point as well, you are humans and you would still buy. Splurging and wasting is different, and buying is different. And even if your other clothes are in good condition, not every time decluttering is possible, because you just can't give away everything. We are not those celebrities or stars who can have just a wardrobe makeover, throw everything out and get a new wardrobe in. That's not a practical option. But at the same time, not buying anything at all is also not practical. So that's why I struggle in spite of decluttering and everything. And with the space, it gets very difficult. So that's why I asked
So I
this.
can understand your
I know
problem,
it's
but we
a
have
tough
to
path.
find a middle path somewhere, right? Something comes in, something needs to go out. अगर हमारे पास space ही नहीं है, तो हम कितना रख पाएंगे, right? Then it starts stressing. See, another way of looking at it is, if you have too many things and it's not organized properly, ठीक है? Most of the times क्या होता है कि the thing starts shifting to the back of the wardrobe. It's out of sight, out of mind. We end up not using it, right? So what's the point of having it and not using it? Right?
Yeah, not the thing. The thing is, when you are sort of, let's say, like this, you are trying to
Have
build a
you tried
collection.
the Marie Kondo folding?
Yeah, I do that. I do that. And I don't even have overflowing space or anything. It's just that the space is very limited for me. The problem is this,
So that's a
So,
challenge.
yeah,
If you want, you can send me pictures of your wardrobe. Maybe I can help you something.
sure. Thank you.
Uh,
Sorry for being a tough one, because I've tried every trick in the
No,
trade,
that's
but
a
I
common
think
thing.
it
The
happens.
problem that you are facing is a common problem. It's not like, but I can give you suggestions only when I see your
Yeah,
space, right?
right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Even I am calling you, Aanchal.
Done.
Anchal, there's one more quick question that I want to take up over here from Shweta, that this happens a lot with her, where she's purchasing skincare products and clothes from Insta, whatever and however the ads reach her, and बहुत सारा जमा हो जाता है, फिर declutter करते हैं और फिर वो cycle है, वापस वापस फिर purchasing शुरू हो जाता है. So what would your views on this be?
So see, एक तो buy only what you are very convinced about. Don't get tempted. Okay? Because that temptation is something that leads to this problem. So what I do is, I will start putting things in the cart. I will not buy immediately. I'll start putting things in my cart and I'll wait it out for a week. And after that week also, that does not let me sleep at night, that I want to have it, only then I'll go ahead and buy it.
Can I give
Right?
one suggestion in this? What I
Sorry?
do is, I would like to give one suggestion. What I do is, I have created some boards for myself on Pinterest, either put there, or maybe, like as you said, put in the wish list, but not for a week, maybe longer. So having on Pinterest, gives me that sense, okay, if I still need something like this, which I really liked in future, then I know where to buy. So it's not lost as such. So that really, has helped me, that, okay, I
See,
know where to get what.
Yeah, I will suggest a periodic decluttering. You don't have to do it weekly, a 3 month or a 6 month. You need to assess your wardrobe, ki what is missing or what you are not liking anymore. Right? A 3 month or a 6 month periodical decluttering will help you to understand. Also, creating categories. Like if you have 20 shirts, do you need the 21st? right? If you don't have the space or use for 21st, why go ahead and buy it? See, you have to have those conversations in your head to stop yourself for buying, or you have to decide, okay, I have space for 20. Now one needs to go out to make a place for something that I'm really wanting to buy. What to do when you are the only person cleaning spaces and the other members like husbands and kids and even servants don't keep the basic. Constantly bending and yelling is not solving. What to do? Okay, so Rashmi has already answered that question. I feel
So before Aarti's question is answered, Shweta, we are not able to hear you. And I see that you're trying to answer or speak, but then we are not able to hear you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry about that. Yeah, please go on, Anchal. Sir, this is just about 5 more minutes, Anchal and Dipti. We'll call it for this session because 12 baje ka we will try to follow that. Please go ahead.
Nay, if anyone has more questions, they can DM me or put it on the group and I'll try to answer them.
We can take this ahead on the group also. I'm sure this is going to be an interesting conversation. And
So
guys,
to
please don't forget to drop your views on the chats in the community for Anchal's session.
Yes,
please go
and
ahead.
please, if you can just go to the LinkedIn profile and leave a review or something, even that would be great.
Awesome.
So to answer Aarti's question, I think, house management is not a women's job. It's a family thing. The entire family is living in that house, using the space, reaping the benefits of it. I think everyone needs to contribute. Now, I know it does not is easy, right? But when I am doing these decluttering and organizing activities with my clients, I involve the kids also. If I'm doing a kids room, the kids have to be a part of it. Otherwise, I will not accept the project, frankly. The kids needs to know what things are going where, the systems that we are creating for them, because at the end of the day, they are going to use that space, right? Now, I know getting the entire family on board is very difficult. Maybe you can talk it out with them and create a half an hour slot at the end of the day, just before dinner time. This is 30 minutes where we need to own up the space. We need to get everything before we do everything before we sit down for dinner. That is something that I follow. I ask my kids that you need to wrap up your toys, you need to wrap up your stationery, books, everything before we sit down for dinner. That's like a schedule. So see, I know when we talk about, like, it's very difficult and all, but if we are eating, if something is unhealthy for your family, you'll put in your best foot forward, right, to stop it. This is something very similar. It's just we don't feel it is important enough. I have realized, like, on a daily basis, we as entrepreneurs give time management a lot of importance, but not space management. Right? Time, how do we become more productive? How do we manage our time well? How do we manage our schedule well? But we don't understand how important the space also plays a role to achieve all of those. Right? We forget those back-end routines that keeps on stressing us out. So I think talking to your family, making a part of the organizing routine, and telling them also, okay, this is the space for this, can you please keep it here? There is no point of shouting, bending, yelling. It is not going to work. Once in a while, obviously, yes, but not always. Make them a part of a routine, create a schedule ki, okay, morning may, like, I don't know, my kids are also supposed to make their own bed before they leave. Right? So these are small steps that you need to do. We have to keep on doing it on a regular basis and keep on reminding them gently, or, just going ahead and telling them, should I help you and make your bed with you? Not let me do it for you. Let's do it together. Play some fun music. I have realized that works. Make it fun for the family. Play some nice music on Alexa or YouTube, and let's do a cleaning schedule for 15 minutes. Maybe that can help. I hope I answered your question, Aarti. Okay, yes, make it fun rather than boring. Yes. Play some peppy music when you are doing it. Yeah. So similar solutions. Yes, thank you so much for that, Tarun. So yes, you have to set some rules, some boundaries, and make everyone a part of it. I always say it's not only a woman's job to take care of the household. It's a team effort. It's a family effort. It might sound a little, I don't know, cliche, but yes.
Yeah, in fact, our house help also says it's not only a house help job to keep the house clean. So, ऐसा नहीं है कि just because we are paying, that doesn't mean that we become careless about
Right.
things and about other things also. So it was a wonderful session, Aanchal. I see Tarun, you have raised hands. A quick response you want to give over here. I think you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, so I think Amrit already said that we can ask more questions later on, and like Anshul mentioned, we can reach out to her separately. So Anshul, whenever it's a great time for you, just about like 5 minutes, I would love to pick your brain on a lot of things that I wish to. And we can do a live on Instagram together. I run this thing called Tarun Ke Saath, where I get everybody and anybody, right from a dentist, musician, singer, photographer, digital marketer, sab log aa chuke hain. So reason of that is I want to tell my audience things that I cannot teach them. So just a way of giving
Yeah,
them
we would love to see you two collaborate and present
Sure,
maybe a
Tarun, let's talk
podcast
it
or
about
something
it.
like that.
done.
And
Sent you
Amrit,
a
also one
link request.
suggestion. If we can do something on the terms of accountability partner for everyone, like, I think it goes a long way. Like from personal experience, I can say that it works wonderful.
awesome. So the next session, the next masterclass with Aanchal is going to be on accountability partner. When and how we'll come back to you on the group, and I'm sure Aanchal, I'm assuming that you're going to come on board for this, uh, because accountability partner ऐसा है ना, ये
Sure.
community के शुरुआत से ही there's a lot of mention. There's multiple times there has been a mention about this, and we'll be more than happy to have this session, and I'm sure that it's going to be really value add to the community.
Yeah.
We'll
And
plan
if
it
you
out
are,
when we can do this.
yeah, two things, accountability partner and deeper work. These two things work like magic when you know कि और कुछ नहीं करना है, बस यही है.
Correct. Yeah, really, absolutely. So yeah, it has been a wonderful session, and as we wrap up today's session, I would like to firstly, thank Aanchal for doing this for the community. Uh, Please look out for the LinkedIn profile and her Instagram page, and see how you can work together. We in the community try to foster the culture of collaboration, and in try you know find out synergies how brands can come together. So, having said that, a word of thanks to Dipti as well. So, Ranjika and Dipti, both of them, obviously, all of us together, we have been, tirelessly working hard to curate this session. This session was a rescheduled session of the last time where there was some issue where a lot of people had dropouts, but then this session had a very good response, and I'm sure that all of you have loved this session. Thank you, Dipti, once again. You have been an amazing co-host with me, and Suranjika is sort of a Pura backend is a very very well managed and robustly managed in terms of registrations, curating people, sending timely reminders and things like that. So a big round of applause for the team that is managing this. And Anchal, once again, thank you so much. If you have any closing statements, please go ahead, or else we can conclude the session.
I think I have spoken a lot. I'll end the session. Everyone have a very great day. And please do that activity is what I would insist on. It will get you at least started. Take a basket or a packet. Go ahead and declutter at least 5 things from your life or your house today or tomorrow.
Yeah, just to give a dash of fun to this, whatever you choose to do that, if a bag or anything, just if you're actually doing it, please click a picture and send it to the group.
Yes, that would be fun to see. Like, Rashmi, I think you can declutter your mug that you're not loving.
Yeah, बहुत बार है ना, I can see the whiteboard behind Rashmi and I can, I have it, यहाँ पे भी है मेरे पास, तो same ऐसा वाला ही, I just, एक मिनट, so ये वाला, ये यहाँ पे भी है एक, और वो ऐसा हो जाता है ना कई बार, we end up not erasing certain things that are just obsolete now, तो
Yeah.
भी मुझे देख के ऐसे लग रहा है कि I need to look at the
पोस्टिट के साथ भी वही होता है अमृत, पोस्टिट के साथ भी वही होता है, हम बस पोस्टिट बना के लगाते जाते हैं, उतारना भूल जाते हैं वहां से.
Yes, yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This was a great session. Thank you so much. And until next time for a next session with you. Thank you so much.
Bye guys,
Thank you
have a great
everyone.
one.
Thank you everyone for joining.